Warren Buffett has taken himself out of the market. He is no longer there. He is shutting up shop. Berkshire Hathaway will no longer exist as of the end of today. Or that's what a lot of people might be freaking out thinking right now, Joe, because Warren Buffett actually just announced that he's stepping down. He's stepping down. Warren Buffett will no longer write the annual letter or speak at the Berkshire Hathaway shareholder meeting. I don't know why Yahoo Finance, oh, there it goes. I was going to say, I don't know why Yahoo Finance had that random ad showing, but there you go. Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett, he's done. He's toast. He's hanging up his hat. He's a has-been at this point, Joe. What do you think?
I think this is amazing news, right? It's a turning point for the whole market, and we should all freak out because there's going to be big changes, everybody.
That's right. If Warren Buffett can't make it in this market, what chance do you have making it in this market? That's what people are going to tell you, but not us outliers. Not us outliers. Let's read the news real quick. Warren Buffett is going out quietly. In a letter to Berkshire Hathaway shareholders on Monday, the outgoing CEO announced that he would no longer write an annual letter or speak at the company's annual meeting. Buffett sent a letter to Berkshire shareholders published in February, was his 60th edition. At Berkshire's annual meeting in May, Buffett ended the meeting by announcing his recommendation that the board's companies support Vice President Greg Abel as his successor. The board voted 2 days later in line with Buffett's recommendation, and Abel is set to take the reins as CEO on January 1st of next year. I will no longer be writing Berkshire's annual report or talking endlessly at the annual meeting. Just imagine if he went live twice a day, every day on YouTube, how much he'd talk endlessly. Buffett, who turned 95 on Monday, is now the longest lived member of the Buffett family. Buffett added that he will continue to publish the annual Thanksgiving message and that he plans to keep in touch with some individual shareholders. In his letter on Monday, Buffett also announced that he would be accelerating the pace at which he gives his Berkshire Hathaway shares to his family's 4 foundations, including the Susan Thompson Buffett Foundation. The acceleration of my lifetime gifts to my children's foundations in no way reflects any change in my views about Berkshire's prospects. Greg Abel has more than met the high expectations I had for him when I first thought he should be Berkshire's CEO. Since Buffett announced in May he would step down at the end of the year, but the Berkshire stock has dropped about 5%, while the S&P is up about 20% during that period, Joe. Concluding his letter on Monday, Buffett encouraged investors to get the right heroes and copy them. I like that, right? Find successful people and do what they're doing. Tony Robbins would say that successful people model successful people. Success leaves clues. I totally agree with that. As he has in recent years, Buffett also praised the American capitalist system, telling investors, remember to thank America for maximizing your opportunities, but it is inevitably capricious and sometimes venal? I don't know. We're not going to go down that road in distributing its rewards. Choose your heroes very carefully and then emulate them. Oh, you know what, Joe? I thought that was pretty interesting, right? This is nothing new. It's just he just said that he's not going to be writing any more letters anymore. But of course, I wanted to throw the clickbait out there to get everybody all scared and riled up. But what do you think about this? Right? He said, I actually think this is quite prophetic. Choose your heroes very carefully and emulate them. What do you think about that?
Well, what comes to mind is imagine if we could trade until we're 95, if we could trade outlier plans. It'd be interesting to backtest like 70 years of data to see just where you could potentially end up if you traded those plans step by step and with no emotion and no freaking out, just follow the plan. It'd be interesting to see where you could end up.
I agree. And I mean, with Warren Buffett's thing, he wanted to find solid companies that would be, outlasting him basically. And, through the course of time should go up in value. And a lot of his investments did, but there were definitely some duds along the way. Nobody's perfect. Even Warren Buffett wasn't a perfect investor. But you know what? Every investor needs a plan. And let's go over our plan today, Joe, in the invitation-only live stream. Welcome to the Outlier Trading Room. This is where we help you save time, make money, and start winning with less risk. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, we're going to quickly go through MA, ETF, and sit in cash and don't F up, because today we're sitting in cash. We're not Fing up our portfolio. And I know. There's definitely, I haven't even looked at Discord. I'm so far behind. There's probably somebody in Discord going, Chris made me sell my TQQQ shares. Chris made me do this. Chris made me do that, right? Look, I get it. It's all green today. is what it is. That's what it's going to be. When you are a fund manager, it doesn't matter what the candle is, right? I need to, you know how I have that thing of Willy Wonka? I need to get one for The Rock back in the day when he goes, it doesn't matter, right? But legit, like, it doesn't matter if the market's up or if the market's down on a single day. You should not care whatsoever about what the market is doing on any particular day. What you should be doing is waiting for your plan to set up, entry, or exit. In the meantime, sit on your hands and don't F up your portfolio. I'm just a little vent right there, Joe. What do you think about that?
Exactly. You know, you went into the trade with a plan. You knew when you were going to get out. So just wait for the signals. And when the signals don't come, you get to relax. You get to trade effortlessly. Live it up. It's a gift.
Just don't FOMO into anything. I think a lot of people, and I mentioned this on the morning live stream, right? Bear markets, and I'm not calling this a bear market. Bear markets start strong on Monday and end weak by Friday, right? One day does not make a trend, right? And when we look at the outlier data, which we're going to in just a couple of minutes, in fact, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's keep going here. If you want normal returns, this isn't for you. But if you want outlier returns, you're in the right place. Now, plans M and A are most aggressive plans, most offensive aggressive plans. And right now, neither of those are set up because the market has all three indices have a sell signal. But Chris, it's up today. Meh. I get it, right? The way that outlier works is it culminates all kinds of data from price, from news sources, from investor sentiment, and it generates the buy and sell signals when it feels like investors have reached irrational fear or irrational greed, right? And then it generates the buy or sell signal so you can get in or get out before the outlier move happens. Now, am I calling for a crash? Absolutely not. But what I'm saying here is that right now, all the data points south for me. And one day it goes up, and that's fine. Let it go up. Follow your plan. But if you want to FOMO into anything, I don't care. You do you. I always like to put that caveat out there. Yeah, Chris, maybe make a plan. I love it. I like to put that caveat out there because right now, like, there's going to be a lot of FOMO, so much FOMO, especially when SoFi's up 10% today, right? SoFi's up 10% today. It's crashing to levels not seen since, Thursday and Tuesday and last Monday and the Friday before and the Thursday before that. Like, okay, just chill out. That's what I'm saying. There's going to be a lot of FOMO when you see stuff like this. But here's what we're going to do. Right now, we aren't in any of our aggressive plans because the SPY, it does have a bullish trend. The SPY does not have a buy signal. We have sell signals on all the major art indices. And if we pop into the SPY, let's pop into here real quick. Andy says his hero is Batman. Dude, I agree with you. Batman needs to save us all from Gotham City. It is currently at 68.65 and falling. It's falling pretty quick, actually, falling pretty darn quick on the Fear and Greed Index. So 68.65. So that doesn't fit here. Under 70, yes, but falling, no. Full stock's breadth. Let's go look over at the breadth of the market. One thing I did notice is we had more buy signals today than sell signals. And looking here, we might have a bullish cross here in a couple days. We have less downtrends as of today, and we might see more uptrends pretty soon. So, Joe, right now, the sell signal is really dominating the sell signal and then the fear and greed going down, right? Now, of course, you can come up with whatever plan you need to. And by all means, I encourage you to follow whatever plan that you come up with. Just be able to prove that your plan works. Use the data. Don't do any sort of trust me, bro, this is going to be great. Until you can come to town with back-tested data and say that your trading plan has a 57% win rate with an average trade return of 2.25% on the stock, and that the average up move on any winner is 3 ATRs, et cetera, right? Don't get ahead of yourself. Follow your plan and know exactly what you're going to do or not do. So right now, none of our plans set up M, A, or ETF. So we are playing sit in cash and don't F up your portfolio. And that's really easy. All you got to do is buy shares of SGov. Now, could it set up today for you? For sure. It still would set up today. And the best thing about SGov, Joe, is it puts out about 4.3% right now which is about half the total annual returns of the market on average, between 8 and 10%, you're getting 4.3% risk free in the US Treasury bonds here. Now, granted,
Yeah.
risk free with a little asterisk on it, right? Anything could happen. But nearly risk free, I'll put it that way. You're getting 4.3% thanks to SGov, which is absolutely, if I had known about this, I'd have an extra zero in my account sooner, right? I only learned about this in May. So
Yeah.
listen, like I said, I have a ton to do. We've already covered our plan. We already talked about the fact that Warren Buffett's retiring, so Joe could take his place. I mean, what else is there to talk about today, Joe?
Well, a little tidbit on the SGov topic. The other reason we trade that outside of that interest rate is that you can trade it intraday. So that means you can have your investment in SGov all throughout the day. When you get to the end of the day, if you trade at the end of the day, you could sell those shares and then go into Plan M or Plan A or Plan ETF without having to wait till the next settlement day. If you were trading a mutual fund, you couldn't do that. So
Uh,
that's another reason why we choose SGov.
That's a great point. I was about to say the whole mutual fund thing, so you beat me to it. Well done, Joe. That's why we pay you the big bucks.
I learned from a mentor, one of the market greats.
Like Warren Buffett would say, right? And like Mark Minervini told me, right? It's shut up and listen to somebody who knows what they're doing, right? And that's why I'm trying to give you guys this advice. You're gonna want to FOMO into the market, but what I'm telling you, trust me, Joe, follow your plan. Whatever that plan is. Are you going to catch every move? No, and that's okay. But you can catch a ton of them and make generational wealth in the process. Don't forget, tomorrow afternoon starts Outlier University. I'm so stoked about this. Wait a minute. Did somebody mention Outlier University?
Are you ready? Let's go!
Respect is earned. Respect is never given.
That's right. Starting tomorrow in the afternoons. Joe, you won't be able to come. We got a full house. You won't be able to join in. It's limited to 10 in StreamYard, and we have 9 students plus a professor. So you gotta bounce, my friend. Get on out of here.
Well, I will be watching from the crowd, and I might even throw a comment or two in.
I hope you do. We have 7 gentlemen and 2 girls. It's gonna be so weird. Girls in class this time. It's gonna be great. But basically, Outlier U is my way to teach you everything possible about the market. Is it gonna be the most perfect education? No, of course not. But I am going to do my very best to teach you everything that you could possibly know about being successful in the market. And the cost of it, Joe, is unbelievably not expensive. This morning we were looking at Minervini's account, Minervini's program. I even sent it to Mahesh. I'm like, did you see this? Minervini's $1,000 a month.
A month?
$1,000 a month for Minervini. Guess how much Outlier U is, Joe?
I believe it to be totally free unless you want to watch it live.
Outstanding. Yes. The replays of Outlier University are free. They will live forever out on YouTube. And if you want to be part of the live stream, it's just part of Outlier, and Outlier is only 82 cents a day. And then you'll be able to learn along with everybody else in the class, ask all your questions. And like I say, we're going to create generational wealth. We're going to give you the tools to make an incredible trading plan. All right. I'm going to give it to you, but it's always up to you to make it happen. So, Joe, I'm super stoked. That happens tomorrow. It'll be every Tuesday and Thursday in the afternoons. Be sure you sign up for Outlier if you haven't already, so that you can join the live streams and learn as well. So Stephen F is here, but you know who's not here? Me. I'm out of here. Joe, if you're looking to save time, make money, start winning with less risk, what do you think you should do?
Subscribe to Outlier and then watch one of these 2 videos here to learn more about Outlier.
Outstanding. You guys have a fantastic day. We'll definitely be talking soon.